Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. In this segment, I want to show you one of my special blending techniques that I often use to help achieve these water effects. So grab your brush, grab your paints, and let's get started. So I'm going to start working on the water right through here, and it's kind of got a greenish tint to it. So I'm going to use phthalo green. I'm going to use just a tad bit of Prussian blue, and I'm also going to use phthalo blue and titanium white. So to get darker colors around towards here where it's going to show some shadow, that's where I'm actually taking the Prussian blue and mix it in with this mixture so it makes it a little bit darker. Let's see how it turns out. Of course, this is going to be the waterfall, so I want to get some water in here before we have this cascading down so we have a better effect, so I don't have to take this water and bring it up to the waterfall to finish. The waterfall is going to cover over top of it to give it a better look. Just cut this in right through here. We'll make it darker in this area because it's a little bit more shadow. There's nothing on this canvas right now, no special oil, no liquid white, nothing like that. Just kind of trying to scrub this color in. Some of this may have a glazing effect, so since we already have this with acrylic paint on it and it's got some color to it, you could put a thin coat over top and you can actually see through and start seeing some of that green. So you don't have to cover it all up. Also using titanium white. So from this area, from the waterfall, it's going to have like a starburst effect here coming out like that. So keeping that in mind, I want to have some streaks running from here and some highlights. This is a little bit of violet, so just to give the water some color, we'll add a little bit of that. Don't do too much. We'll put some more over here. And now we'll blend this in. We don't want to see any brush strokes through here. The variations in this watercolor are gonna help it look more realistic. and just using it looks like a 1/2 inch flat brush. Gives me a little bit better control, but not fine detail. Don't need anything like that at this point. And it helps me actually be able to apply the paint, but it also helps me be able to smooth it out. So I'm dabbing just a little bit in one corner and smoothing it out with the other corner. So far that seems to be working. Take a little titanium white and just a little bit of the violet. And then we'll take some linseed oil to thin it down a little. And that's going to be just for this area right here. We want this to be really smooth. Take a little bit more blue. So phthalo blue. And that'll mix here with the white. And the violet. Just scrubbing it in there. I want to get rid of these lines. So, kind of interesting mixing it on the painting instead of on the palette. But it does help for variations. Make it darker through there, right through here. I want it to be darker. And lighter up through here. Sometimes when I grab a little paint on the brush, I'll tap it on to the plate to see what density or how saturated that paint is, to see if I want to add a little bit more white or any other color to it before I apply it to the canvas. Straight titanium white. There's a little waterfall that runs through here, so I just want to put a little bit of highlight and reflection. Just kind of tap it on, and then I'm going to move the brush sideways and just going to go lightly over top. So of course a lot of the detail and stuff, more fine, refined detail, we can put on afterwards. Add some more color through here. This is just the cad green. Oops. Phthalo green. Phthalo green. So applying it straight to the canvas, it's already got some colors in here, so we're going to mix it so it's not straight phthalo on the canvas after it's been mixed. Add some more titanium white through here. Again, just blending it on the canvas. Get it the way you like. Gonna do a little violet here. Then we're gonna have a layer of white titanium to go over top to lighten it up a little. And mix it. And again, you want it to blend really nice and smooth. Phthalo green, this area right here is going to be pretty dark because there's not a whole lot of light back here. So we're going to work with the Prussian blue, the phthalo green, and do some reflections with titanium white. Just tapping it in certain areas. I don't want a whole lot of the Prussian blue here. And it's very strong. And then I'll go back in and blend it afterwards. Let's see, get some through here too. I'll darken this up a little. And just keep building it. Do as many layers as you need. If you need to let it dry, then do some more. Then let it dry, do some more. Nobody said these had to be done overnight. This area right through here is darker. I'm going to have a rock right through here, but I want this water to meet all around the edges And then when I define the rock, again, it's going to overlap the water versus the water overlapping the rock. So it helps for making sure the edges are done right. Just scrubbing it in there. Right through here. Has some shadow. So we're going to add a little bit more of the violet and a little bit more of the phthalo blue. We'll blend this out. Darker through here. Blue. Just a tiny bit of titanium white, and we'll lighten up this area.